Hey, what's up, y'all? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Um, oh, hold on. All right. I didn't just really just set this up, and I guess an appropriate time allowed, because I'm actually doing some things, but I want to do this just real quick. I want to do this real quick. I'll try to be quick as possible while I do this story because I got to get back to doing what I'm doing. Got a lot of stuff that quite a few things I'm doing around the house. But I do want to share this story with y'all. But first thing first, y'all let me know y'all can hear me. Let me know y'all can hear me. Let me know y'all can see me and my boyfriend or anything like that. So y'all can do that for me. Then I get right in to this crazy story. And to the fellas who may watch this later, hopefully y'all had a good Father's Day if you are a father. Hopefully y'all had a good day yesterday. I held on to this story, but I didn't want to do it yesterday because it was Father's Day, and I didn't want to just bring nothing like this on YouTube. I just couldn't do it. This shit just too crazy. All right, somebody said they get here. All right, cool. I could take it from there. All right, guys. What's going on, Sharita? Cha Cha, how you doing? Miss Dees, how you doing, love? Tammy, I ain't never seen you here. Good day to you. Red Dog, hey, sweetie, what's going on? Cat Eyes, what's going on with you? Nia GG, what he do? All right, and Miss Cooley, hey, dear, how you doing? All right, guys. I guess people fall in as they may. Let's get right into it. All right, guys. As always, you look over there at the picture right there. We're going to be to talk about this guy right here, and we're going to talk about the people who are involved in this story. This guy's name is Taco Nash. Now, I ain't never heard nobody by the name of Taco. That's the first for me, but his name is Taco Nash. And what we're going to be discussing today about Taco Nash is Taco Nash pretty much lost his marbles, like in other story that we have done. He lost his marbles. Uh, Here's another story where a man shoots his ex and kills her, but then he turns around and kills his child as well. All right. Now let me repeat that again. He killed his ex and he killed his child. Now here's the crazy thing about it though. He was in front of the daycare. They say well, he did it. He's in front of the child's daycare. Also, what I gathered from this story, this man was very abusive, and they've been trying to get help as far as her getting away, and she's been trying to get away, but everywhere she went, it seemed like Taco found where she was. Now, y'all remember when I did a stream about a few days ago, we talked about that restraining order shit? And y'all remember what I said to a lot of people with people like him, that restraining order and stuff like that ain't nothing but a piece of paper. To them, it ain't nothing but a piece of paper. This man had an ankle monitor and everything, and they still didn't stop him from doing what he do. And I'm gonna let y'all hear something where they talk to somebody who is in law enforcement. He talked about the ankle monitor and what he says about the ankle monitor. I was kind of shocked myself, but I'm gonna let y'all hear it yourself. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is a story. Oh, excuse me. The ex-girlfriend name is Makia Montgomery, and the little child name is Chloe, and I believe her last name is Montgomery. But I'm gonna let y'all hear for yourself. I'm gonna let y'all hear everything that I found about this because somebody really dropped the ball on this one, and this story really got out of hand. All right, and ladies, please, this is why I say y'all have to be careful who you dating. You got to be careful who you bring around your children. I'm not just saying just y'all. I'm talking about men too, man. We all have to be careful who we letting around our kids. Men, we ain't immune to this shit. It can happen to us too. We are not immune to it. You know, um, these folks is not. A lot of these people are not for us, man. They out to hurt us. They are not for us. They are out to hurt us. All right. I want y'all to listen to this and hear how sick this shit is. This shit crazy as hell. All right.
New at 11 o'clock, a horrifying backstory to a shooting death. New at 11 o'clock, a horrifying backstory to a shooting death of a young mom outside of a daycare center in DeKalb County while the baby was still in her arms.
Her family telling our...
While the baby was still in her arms. While the baby was still in her arms. Like I said, man, even just hearing that little piece right there, man, these folks out here is crazy. These folks are nuts. You can get all these restraining orders that you want to, but what does it really do? Seriously, what does it really do? And then on top of that, when a lot of these people violate the restraining order, it seems like a lot of times nothing happened to them, you know. So what does the restraining order really do? Let's continue.
John sharing that her estranged boyfriend, now charged with murder, had been abusing her, but the courts kept releasing him.
For 21-year-old Micaiah Montgomery, her baby Chloe, her greatest joy, her baby's father, her greatest fear.
And had they locked him up and put him away, she would probably still be here.
Shansierra Coleman, describing what she's learned about her sister Micaiah's last moments of life Wednesday afternoon. How Micaiah's estranged boy drew a gun and forced Micaiah and Chloe out and pulled them into some woods in back and shot and killed Micaiah.
He called my other sister and he said, "I'm sorry, I killed her."
With Chloe in her arms, police arresting him soon after. Coleman says Nash had even shot Micaiah once before in August 2020 when she was pregnant.
Yeah, he stood over her and shot her.
But he got out of jail after that. Coleman says the court...
Y'all hear that? This fool shot this woman once before and he got out of jail for that. Then on top of that, he kept threatening that he was going to kill her, and he made through with his debt. With his threat. I mean, not debt. Threat, I meant to say. Now, you look at this picture right here. On the outside looking in, look like something wrong with this fool. And it look like exactly how they describing him. Toxic, possessive, just plain old nuts. You know? And again, ladies, y'all be hollering about y'all like these bad boys. I gotta ask y'all again. These the guys you talking about. These bad boys, they do shit like this. I remember I heard somebody, I don't know if she's celebrity or not, or she may be Floyd Mayweather's daughter, somebody came out and said she don't want to date nobody unless they got 3 bodies on them. Meaning that she don't want to date no man unless he killed 3 people. When I heard that, I said, that's the sickest shit that I ever heard for a female to say that. Not only a female to say that, but a young female to say that she want to date a man. She want to date a man unless he got 3 bodies on him. So, ma'am, are you trying to be the 4th body? Whoever this man you trying to find a date, are you trying to be the 4th body? That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. But it's sad that it's out there that a lot of these women crave the attention of these bad boys, these thugs, these psychopaths or whatnot. This shit's crazy, man. For real.
Courts in Fulton and also DeKalb counties kept releasing Nash from jail after every assault against Micaiah. Micaiah and Chloe had moved in with her aunt, Jasmine Walters, hoping to hide from Nash, but he still found her.
Flabbergasting to the entire family that they kept allowing him to keep getting out. The justice system completely failed her.
Nash is now in jail, charged with murder this time. Micaiah's worst premonition and fears, and theirs, they say, came true.
I just hope that they are held accountable. They didn't do their job, which is to protect and to serve.
In DeKalb County, John Sherrick, 11 Alive News.
Wow, man. This shit crazy, man. This sure they're crazy. This man fought this woman everywhere she went, and he was able to find her. See, they say now those are true stalkers. Who does that? Those are true stalkers who can find you no matter where you at. Now that's a true stalker. All right. Again, remember I told y'all. Somebody once called me a stalker a long time ago. I know I ain't no damn stalker. I wouldn't even go this far. I know when no means no. You don't want to fuck with me, then I'm not that desperate for your attention. All right. So in order for me to pursue you, I'm gonna tell you this straight up. You had to make me feel like we had some kind of connection or for me to keep pursuing you, but for you to go back and lie to about I'm stalking you and shit like that, don't put that cut on me because I don't stalk nobody. All right? I don't stalk nobody at all. It ain't that serious. Because like they say, it's plenty of fish in the sea. And if I am that desperate to try to get some love or some coochie, whatever the case may be, I mean, it's a such thing called streetwalkers. I'm not recommending it to nobody, but if I'm needing some comfort that bad, I can go on the street and find somebody. At least they can pretend that they like me and I get some coochie out of it. But I'm not that desperate to stalk nobody that I know damn well they don't give a shit about me. You understand? But again, everybody don't think the same way as I do. Everybody don't think the same way as y'all do. This shit ain't even really that serious. Now, I don't know what's wrong with this dude, you know. Maybe she was the best thing he had, or I don't know what it was, or maybe he does this to every woman and she was the unlucky one that just got killed by this fool. You know, I don't know. The story's still kind of fresh, but still, why risk your life chasing one person because they don't want you? But again, like I tell y'all guys, that shit does hurt. You know, when you put your heart and soul in somebody and they leading you on, trying to make you feel like you do got something going on, that shit does hurt. I get it. It hurts. You know what I'm saying? It make you think of some crazy things, you know. Like, I'm going to hurt everybody who hurt me because everybody hurt me. I'm going to go out and hurt everybody. You know, not physically, but probably emotionally. But a lot of people take that shit serious and want to hurt people physically and kill them. So while a lot of people go around fucking with folks' emotions and laughing at them because they hurt, you know, this is the retaliation that you face. Because I know a lot of people is assholes and they do that when they hurt people. They sit up there and hurt people on purpose and then laugh at their pain. You know, that shit right there is fucked up. You know, I can't laugh at nobody's pain. Because a lot of stuff pierces our soul that hurts. You know, what if it's a family member or a significant other? What if it's a wife or is it a husband? And you got people laughing at your pain like that, man. That shit has serious retaliation. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not telling y'all to go kill nobody because they laughing at y'all pain. But I will say this, though, you know, in some sense, I do understand because that shit hurt. And it makes you think irrational. It does. But something tells me this man was beyond irrational. He was a straight up psychopath. That would have sounded like to me. For you to keep coming find this woman no matter where she was, now that's the real stalker. Now, I am curious. And guys, don't take this the wrong way when I say this. I am curious that when she was over her auntie house, because I know some people do this. When she was at her auntie house, could it be possible that she had some kind of contact with him? He called her one time and she finally answered the phone and tried to have a conversation with this fool. And could it be possibly that she told him where she was and that's how he found out where she was? Or is it just a small city or a small neighborhood that it wasn't hard for him to find her? You know, because he probably know all her family members. You know, I know. So I'm real curious about that part. But still, nevertheless, I'm not saying she deserved what she got. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves that. But I am curious, how did he find her at the auntie house? I'm curious about that. I don't know why, but I'm just real curious how he found her at the auntie house. You know, so yeah, man, y'all gotta be careful when y'all be fucking with folks, man. You know, y'all sit up there seeing people hurt, y'all sit up there laughing at them and fucking with them and shit, man. Y'all gotta stop that shit, man. But then when it happens to you, y'all want people to have sympathy for you, but it don't work like that. You know, a lot of stuff you get in return what you give people. So you laugh at my pain, it is on the phrase that I turn around and do it to you. And now some people ain't like that. Some people say, hey, you laugh at my pain, but I'm not going to do the same thing that you did to me because you know why? I'm not like you. Amen? I'm not going to do what you did to me because I'm not like you. If I do what you did to me, then that makes me just like you. Now that right there, I do agree with. Amen? I do agree with that. I'm not like you. So I'm not going to do you like you did me. All right? It ain't the fact you know, I'm having some remorse for you. It ain't the fact that I forgive you or nothing. I'm just not like you. I'm not evil like you. All right? And for people to laugh at people's pain, you know, I mean, they're just straight up evil to me. You know, but again, I can't tell nobody how to handle their business. I can't tell nobody how to handle their business. All right? Y'all don't mind. Y'all in the building, man. Please hit that thumbs up for your boy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. But let's get a little deeper in this. I want y'all to hear a lot of this shit. This shit is crazy. It's crazy. And this shit seems like it just sounds real deep. And the surface ain't even been scratched yet. The surface ain't even been scratched yet. I might have to skip an ad. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta wait till this ad get through playing. Well.
We are learning new details tonight about the criminal history of a man accused of shooting and killing the mother of his child as she held their little girl. The family claims the court system failed this young mother. LaDasha Given spent the day digging through recent court records and found the suspect had been arrested multiple times in just the last 2 years.
Right now, 22-year-old Taco Nash is behind bars after DeKalb County police say he shot and killed Montgomery as she held their baby daughter at daycare. He forced the mother and daughter outside at gunpoint.
The justice system completely failed her.
The family tells 11 Alive she lived in fear for years after repeated physical abuse. That abuse well documented when 11 Alive checked online court records. We found 2 other open cases in DeKalb County where he faced misdemeanor charges for theft, family violence, and battery. And in Fulton County, an open case from 2021 for an arrest including felony charges like aggravated assault. Court records show he was released on bond in March in order to wear an ankle monitor. Montgomery's family says the system failed her. Felony charges like aggravated. And in Fulton County, an open case from 2 other open case online court records. We found 2 other.
So in November 2020, theft, simple battery, family violence. Then in March 2022, battery, family violence again, and cruelty to children. This dude, this dude sound like a menace, man. It's straight up menace.
Open cases in DeKalb County where he faced misdemeanor charges for theft, family violence, and battery. And in Fulton County, an open case from 2021.
Look at that. Family violence again. 2021. They go family violence again. False imprisonment. Aggravated assault. This family violence coming up a lot. So I wonder who he committed this family violence against. And who the hell kept him around if he kept on doing this to family members, you know? That's why I say, guys, man, they start doing shit like that and get disrespectful and they putting their hands on all this stuff, man, y'all gotta let them go. Y'all gotta let them go, man. Don't stop housing these folks, man. Y'all gotta let them go, or it's gonna end up like this all the time. It's gonna be one time too many, and it's gonna be too late, and food like this gonna end up killing y'all. This man instead of just going around just committing violence all in the family. Then he released on bond on an ankle monitor.
For an arrest including felony charges like aggravated assault. Court records show he was released on bond in March in order to wear an ankle monitor. Montgomery's family says the system failed her.
And had they locked him up and put him away, she would probably still be here.
We spoke with former prosecutor and current criminal defense attorney Daryl Cohen to get his perspective on this case.
Everything went wrong. Had been in the situation she was in.
We asked Cohen specifically about the ankle monitor that was a condition of Nash's bond order.
I want y'all to listen to what he said about this ankle monitor.
In March.
It's nothing more and nothing less than a GPS. So they know where he is, and they know where he should be, and they know where he isn't.
He says a protective order can't physically stop someone. It only has consequences if they don't follow it.
They can't physically stop no one. It only has consequences if they violate it. They can't physically stop anything. It can only be consequences after the fact. So again, ankle monitor look like it don't mean shit. And the thing is, who is really monitoring the ankle monitor that he got it on? Again, and a lot of people with the protective order don't mean shit to a lot of people. It's just a straight up piece of paper. That's it. It's just a piece of paper. That's all it is. You folks get the restraint on the ankle monitor and still just say, I don't give a fuck, and still go out here and do this shit. So now with this being said, and I'm learning this new stuff right here, what is the next method to eliminate a situation like this? What is the next method to eliminate the situation? You know, I would say jail. Keep him away for a long time, which I agree with that. But you got some of these folks now, which I'm seeing a lot of stories now, that a lot of inmates are breaking out of jail now. So that's even becoming something that they're gonna have to tice up, you know, because they are breaking out of jail now. You know, so again, what would be the method now if an ankle monitor won't stop them, the protective order won't stop them, and it appears jail eventually not going to stop them? Then what is the next method that they need to come across to eliminate problems like this?
He should have been incarcerated up until his trial.
And DeKalb County, Latasha Givens, 11 Alive News.
Looking for a free project management solution that's actually free? With ClickUp, here's just a taste of what you can get for free.
I don't know what that is. I like some porno music. What the fuck that is? Let's see. Yeah, give me a minute. I'm trying to get this bot up out of here. All right, I think that's it right there. That's it. He said mama should be he said mama should be ashamed of that name. She must have been yeah, that's what I said. It's the first time I heard somebody my name of Taco. Taco. That's the best name you come up with, somebody Taco. But that's his name, Taco Nash. And y'all know the crazy thing about it, when I type in his name, I mean his picture show up, but it starts showing more like Mexican food and stuff popping up. But I said, wow, that's crazy. Your mama named you Taco. All right. All right. So again, guys, and crazy thing about this too that I want to point out too, these are young people. They're young. 22, 20, 24, 28. These are young people who are committing these crimes. Do you know what? I would love to be 22 again. I would love to be 23 again. I'd love to be 24 again because I believe those were my best years. But it's just sad that you can't look at these young generations and see them grow up and doing better than what we did, you know, and it seemed like they grow up to be worse than what we had. All right. But again, you know, I'm just tripping because this man right here, all this family violence and all this stuff that's going on now. Here's the thing. Now, I also want to know how long her and Taco was dating, you know. And if it was around this time that her and Taco was dating, did she not see his behavior? Or do he do like most people do when he first meets somebody, he put on this front like he just this sweet guy or this, that, the third, man, he cool, this, that, the third, and give him about a month or two, then he starts showing his really true self, you know? And when I look at him, he remind me of that dude that kid in Nevaeh Island. What was his name? Philip Gardner, something like that. I think that's his name. When I look at him, he reminds me of him. If you go look up Philip Gardner in the Nevaeh Island case, put their picture side by side, you can almost say that they kind of favor a little bit, just a little bit. They both a little crazy as hell, they picture. All right? I would like to know that too, you know, how long she was dating Taco before she started seeing his possessive and abusive ways. You know, I would like to know that. And I guess another thing I'd like to know too, you know, if she started seeing his abusive ways, you know, how many chances did she really try to give him before she just tried to call it quits? And the reason I'm asking that because with people like them, like him, you can't reason with them. You can't. You can't reason with them at all. Once they in that mode, they're just pretty much in that mode. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, you know, I mean, nothing's going to change them. Yes, they may put on the front and say, you know, I'm sorry, this, that, the third, but then once you come back, we hear it all plenty of times before. Once you come back, it starts all over again. You know, and I'm not an advocate of domestic violence. I'm not down with that shit, domestic violence. I'm only down with defending yourself, all right? Now, you just going around whooping folks' ass or kidnapping them stuff because you feel like you could do it. I'm not down with that shit, you know, and I would never encourage nobody to do it. And I never really just like that in rap songs when they encourage that in rap songs, you know, to beat their ass and run their head into the wall and that. I never really liked them kind of lyrics, you know. But of course, we was young, it was rap, and a lot of us was addicted to rap when we was growing up. But you know, when you grow up now, you listen to some of these lyrics, you be like, damn, that's what I was listening to. You know, do you got people really advocate that? You know, taking men or women head and bashing men into the wall, you know, being abusive and possessive like that, and then talk about doing it till you hear that cracking sound. I mean, that was they encouraging us back in 1990s when we listened to that type of rap. You know, so, and I'm not saying people who say them lyrics, they actually do it, because some of them it is just lyrics, but some of them actually probably do it for real. But the fact is, you know, you had a young generation in our era that was listening to that type of music, and we thought it was all bumping, but now we think about it now and be like, damn, that's what we were listening to? If we said that shit was bumping? Ugh. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. You know, so, and it's sad that even rapper today, you know, it's affecting our young children. They hear these lyrics and they think that it's cool. You know, I mean, you can't stop it, but, I mean, you can't stop the rap from coming out, but you can stop your children from listening to it until they're old enough to listen to it. You can stop that. You know, so, yeah, man. And I hate this happened to this lady. It just looked like she was a young lady. That happened to her. And especially for that baby. I mean, there's no reason that baby should have been killed. There's no reason that baby should have been killed. At all. That's why I said that man is a psychopath. He's a psychopath. And it goes on to say this: arrest warrants obtained Friday by 11 Alive lay out the charges for the estranged boyfriend accused of murdering a 21-year-old woman as she held their child in her arms outside of DeKalb County daycare. The father of the child, 22-year-old Taco Nash, now faces charges including malice murder, cruelty to children, and 2 counts of kidnapping in the killing earlier this week of Montgomery. Then it goes on to say that police have not released many details in the killing, which happened on Wednesday. They have described it as an incident where Nash allegedly tried to forcefully remove the victim and a child from the location, and when Montgomery tried to flee him, he shot her. Okay, I want to say this too. If they was in front of the daycare, you mean to tell me no daycare worker saw what went on? They didn't hear the commotion or nothing? I want to know that too, you know. Because if they was at the daycare, then I'm assuming that somebody still had to be there, and somebody should have heard something. If it's the way they describing it, somebody should have heard something. You know, or did they see the gun and folks just got scared and didn't want to go out and intervene with it? I don't know. But these are questions that you have to ask, you know, why, if anybody was in there, you know, or did they at least try to call the police? Did they at least try to call the police? So I'm kind of curious about that too. If all this happened in front of the daycare, who all heard the commotion? And it goes on to say the arrest warrants alleged Nash shot her in the mouth. Oh my God, wow. Killing her in the presence of the child. I told y'all this man's a psychopath. Told you he's a psychopath. He shot in the mouth, killing her in the presence of the child. They also indicate that Nash accosted Montgomery with the child at the front of the daycare and forced them at gunpoint off the property into a wooded area. The case is being classified as a family violence case. There it is again, family violence. This man is nuts. This man is nuts. John Shriek spoke to Montgomery's family on Thursday, who said they were distraught at her death and said Nash had a history of abusing her to the point that she had a protective order against the father of the child. They were dismayed that in multiple instances, he got out of jail. Her sister, I don't know how to say their name. Christ. Chanciera? I guess that's her name. Chanciera Coleman said Nash's record of abusing Makia for the past 2 years includes shooting her while she was pregnant with their daughter. he shot her while she was pregnant with their daughter. He stood over her and shot her, this is said, but he got out of jail after that. Coleman said Makiyah reportedly tried to leave Nash. Nash repeatedly abused her and threatened her family, and of course in the Fulton and DeKalb counties, repeatedly released Nash from jail. He was wearing an ankle monitor Wednesday afternoon, but Coleman said as far as she know, no one responsible for tracking him reacted when the monitor would have shown he was at the daycare center violating to protect the order. That's what I'm saying. Apparently nobody was monitoring it. All right. Makiyah and her daughter Chloe had moved in with her aunt Jasmine Walters, hoping to hide from Nash. But he still found her, assaulted her again in recent weeks, and they called police again and again. It says, I told him he has a gun. He's on an ankle monitor. He's on probation, and they didn't do anything to protect her, Walter said. Flabbergasting to the entire family that they kept allowing him to keep getting out. The justice system completely failed her. And that's what they had to say about this. That's what they had to say about this. This man is... wow. A lot of these stories I just don't understand it, or maybe it's not meant for me to understand it. I don't know, but I just know me. I mean, I don't care how heartbroken I get or whatnot, killing somebody. I mean, it may run across my mind, but it's not something that I'm going to actually do, that I'm going to lose my life for somebody who don't give a damn about me. Because it ain't that serious not to lose my life with somebody who don't give a damn about me, If it ain't my daughter or anybody or any one of my children, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I can suck that up. Probably gonna take a minute. I can suck it up and move on to the next person. Even though it hurts like hell. But I can suck it up and I can move on to the next person. No point in losing my freedom just for one person. So I just don't get it. I just don't get it. At all. Don't get it at all. And I guess I gotta wait till this get through too, because I think just go into a little bit more detail of what they said pretty much went on.
Week in DeKalb County believes the system let them down.
Yeah, they claim Taco Nash shot Makiyah Montgomery 2 years ago and told her repeatedly he was going to kill her. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor takes a closer look at what went wrong.
There seem to have been lots of red flags in this case because Taco Nash had been arrested numerous times before on violent offenses. The victim's family tells me they believe he should have never been released on bond and turned back on the streets to hurt someone.
Absolutely. If the police would have done their job, my niece would still be here. Yeah. She would not be, we wouldn't be planning a ceremony or a funeral.
Makiyah Montgomery's family is crushed. They believe several police agencies and the judges who kept letting murder suspect Taco Nash bond out of jail bear some responsibility for her fate. The 21-year-old mother was shot and killed Wednesday after she picked up her daughter Chloe from this daycare on Snapfinger Park Drive. Police say the man waiting for her with a gun was her baby's father, Nash. But her family says there were so many warning signs before he killed her.
To me, he's just a menace to society. His record even shows that. He's aggressive. This is what he does. They allowed him the space and the grace to be able to take somebody's life.
Yes.
They allowed it. They gave it to him.
Yeah.
They gave it to him. And he took her life.
Fox 5 News has learned Nash was arrested for allegedly shooting Makaya back in July of 2020 in Atlanta. Then in August of 2021, Nash was the subject of a SWAT standoff when East Point police say he pulled a gun on Montgomery and held his own daughter, Chloe, hostage at gunpoint. Then in March of this year, both Nash and Montgomery were arrested in Lithonia after her family claims he beat her up. It all begs the question of why. Why the suspect with such a violent past kept getting released on bond.
Mine is with the police department. It's with the judges that's granting these unsecured bonds and just putting people with violent histories on ankle monitors. I know when we spoke to someone, they said it was overcrowded in Fulton County.
We asked DeKalb police to talk to us about this tumultuous domestic violence case that unfortunately led to murder. We are still waiting to hear back from them. In DeKalb County, Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
Wow. The more articles I pull up, the more sad it becomes. Okay. Somebody say on the voice of reason. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. And see, again, I want everybody to understand, man. I want to reach the young generation. I want to reach the young ones, you know, who going through this. Well, not just going through this, but I just want to reach the young generation, period. Y'all see stuff like this. You see the consequences. You have a choice before you do it. And you know the outcome when you do it. No matter what age you are, forever action is the opposite reaction. Especially stuff like this. A lot of cities and states trying to crack down on stuff like this. But a lot of them are letting people like him or women like him slip through the cracks. Now, after hearing this story and hearing all the shit this man has been through, I'm surprised too how he kept getting out. Don't know how. And again, on the outside looking at him, you can almost tell there's something wrong with this dude. He ain't quite right there. And I won't be surprised once they get deep into this story if they say this man probably dealing with some form of schizophrenia. I won't be surprised they come out and say that. Or maybe even bipolarism. Or it might be both of them. And again, the reason I can talk about that because I work with people who deal with stuff like that. I work with people with disabilities, mental disabilities. And you just never know what you're going to get sometimes when you come to work. You can have a whole week, the whole week was good. You start work that next week and they just snap into something real quick. And that's why we are trained to deal with people like that. We are trained to deal with them. Not doing anything to hurt them, but pretty much self-defense. Self-defense. And if it gets too out of control, then we have to call police or the crisis team. All right? So I won't be surprised if they do look deep into him and say that that's what he's dealing with or that's part of it. But if not, he's just an evil-ass man, toxic, possessive, controlling, and everything you want to put in between that. And I say this to both young men and women. 9 times out of 10, they do it once. You best believe they're going to do it again. Amen. If a woman puts her hand on you out of rage once, she's going to do it again. Man puts a hand on you out of rage once, definitely he's going to do it again. And if they tell you that's their first time doing it, that's a lie. That's a lie. So they do it once, they will do it again. But it's up to you how you're going to deal with it. A lot of people say, hey, I don't run on the first side of trouble. You know, I believe in working things out. And again, I understand that. I do. But when it gets physical the first time, then we all know a lot of times the second time and third time, fourth and on, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. So just maybe, if we could really just look at the reality of things when it comes to stuff like this, that first time, you might need to get on down. You might need to get on down. But everybody's different. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. So I will say this. I am hoping that the LE or whoever they do come out and explain themselves why they kept letting this man out. After all that he done did and constantly family violence, and he done shot this woman once before while she was pregnant. I want to know that too. Why was he constantly being let out? And then on top of that, who was responsible for monitoring his ankle monitor? He was at the daycare with a gun already waiting to kill this woman. And Ms. Coleman, to you and your auntie who I just saw on this clip right here, if y'all see this, I would love to talk to y'all. I really would. Because I am curious, you know, if y'all know the answer to it, how was he able to find her at the auntie house? Or I guess at the house y'all at, I guess that's all y'all stay in the house, I don't know. But I would like to know, how was he able to find her over there? You know, and I'm asking again because do y'all think she may was slick communicate with him? Y'all didn't know, and she pretty much kind of told him where she was, or he just did nuts. He just eventually know where to go. I don't know, but I love to talk to y'all ladies about young Micaiah. I keep fucking up her name. I keep saying Micaiah, but it's Micaiah. I think that's her name, Micaiah. So if I'm messing up her name, y'all, please forgive me, okay? Please forgive me. Yeah, I would love to talk to y'all if y'all see this. I would like to have more light shine on this story because I believe it's more to it than just that. I believe it's way more to it than just that. So any of you ladies see this or anybody get this live to y'all, please get in contact with me. Leave a comment in the comment section. Get in contact with me. I give you my email and we can take it from there. All right. But with that being said, guys, it ain't that serious. It's not that serious. You can't force nobody to like you. You can't force nobody to love you. They just don't have a feeling. They just don't have a feeling. They don't. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, I mean, if the feeling just not there, it's just not there. Now, can y'all be cool to be friends? Of course. But trying to be their lover, you can't force somebody to like you or love you. All right? And then on top of that, I can speak on this too. Guys, if y'all know y'all don't like somebody, stop accepting their gifts. Stop doing that. And I had to learn that too, because the person who sat up there and claimed that I was stalking them, I was giving them gifts. But see, I didn't know she was going around lying and telling people I was stalking her. I was giving her gifts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just on the strength. They asked for nothing in return. I was getting her gift shit because I thought we had something going on. I really thought we did. But just imagine, though, how it could have turned out when I found out she was lying on me. I could have been just nuts as he was and go find her. But again, I'm not like that at all. And as bad as it hurt my feelings, I had to suck that shit up. And I was more mad at myself because I allowed somebody to get that close to me while I started doing that stuff. Because I used to talk about relationships and stuff a lot before I started getting into this. I used to talk about relationship stuff a lot and how people do people in relationships. I used to always say I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do that, you know, fuck them and blah 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 this and blah blah that, you know what I'm saying? But just found somebody what the old lady said happened to me. She found the duck or plucked his head, some shit like that. I got finessed. Whatever that term supposed to mean, y'all, that's a new term y'all use called finessed. I got finessed. And I'm fine with that, but don't lie on me. It said I was fucking with you, you know damn well I wasn't. Being a stalker or being labeled as a stalker. Let me say being labeled as a stalker. I don't think that's no coat nobody want to wear. If you know that's not true. But yeah, but then again, even a stalker don't believe they a stalker. So you start accepting gifts from people like that, and you know you don't like them. What kind of message that you think you send it to them? Even if they tell you they're just doing it on the strength, they don't want nothing in return, just say, nah, I'm good. Because again, they may be telling you that, but at the back of their mind, they thinking, well, you must like me some way because you would never accept my gift. And I guess I can understand that. I can understand that. So you really don't like them? Then, yeah, tell them straight up. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Anyway, guys, thank y'all for listening. I just wanted to bring this story to y'all real quick. Got to get back in here, start doing my house duties and whatnot. Then I go to work later on. But again, this is just another sad story. A father, not only kills his baby mom, but he kills his child. Yeah, I mean, but that was messed up, you know. And I'm just like, man, don't look. You don't like me and all this stuff. I mean, I get that. I can deal with that, but don't allow me to tell people I'm fucking with you and you ain't saying them back to me. Don't do that. I don't stalk nobody. I don't. I know no means no. I know that. Don't fucking lie on me, man. And I guess that's the reason. Another reason why I want to do this story, because it kind of touched me how the story is being read, because I experienced that shit by somebody somewhat doing this. But the thing was, I was being labeled a stalker. I know damn well I wasn't. So the fact that somebody was being stalked for real and she lost her life because she being stalked. I just imagine the person who I'm talking about sit up there and told the wrong person that I'm stalking them and they want to come do something to me and it fits her honor. Would they want to come do something to me and defend her honor because she going around lying so I stalked her? And you got some fools out there that will do it. They'll do some shit in the honor of somebody else because somebody went and lied to them and said somebody did something to them. I think we had a couple of stories down here like that in Memphis. Somebody sat up there and lied and said somebody did something to him and that man ain't did shit to that girl. And that fool went and got to fighting or something and he ended up killing that man. All because of a lie that a female told him that he did. And he never did it. And that's why I say, like I said at the beginning, y'all fucking with folks' feelings and shit like that, that shit causes retaliation. I'm not advocating it, but that shit causes retaliation. And a lot of times, this is the retaliation because you sit up there fucking with people, not only their mental stability, but you fucking with their life because you sitting up there lying on them. Shit crazy, man. Shit crazy, man. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself. Ladies, y'all be safe out there. Gentlemen, y'all be safe out there, man. Please protect your children. Please, because all children lives matter. Hey, man, Chris Thorne, please stay tuned for updates on these stories and more stories to come. And we out. Peace.